Now, it's been 5 days since Flight 370 went missing, and the question on everyone's mind is what could have possibly happened to the airliner? Did it break up in midair, or did it go down intact? Earlier, I spoke with Robert Francis, who is a former vice-chairman of the National Transportation Safety Board. That's an organization right here in the United States. I asked him how a plane could simply disappear.
I don't see how it would have gotten down intact. I mean, I suppose if they lost all their engines and they landed the airplane in the water, maybe you wouldn't have had a lot, maybe it would have just sunk and there wouldn't have been a lot of water. I don't know enough about the physics of it all.
Right, that has happened before, because there was an instance here in the United States where there was a plane that was landed on the Hudson River, of all places, when it lost one of its engines.
But I mean, there were people out working on keeping that afloat very, very quickly. I mean, they were they were there within minutes.
Right, it was a built-up urban area where it took place. Let me ask you this. When a plane leaves on a long-haul flight like this plane, is it tracked all the way to its destination? And I ask that question for two reasons. One is to find out where the plane is, and the other is, how does the captain of a plane at any point know that there are no other planes in the vicinity?
Well, the answer to your first question is there are places in the world where they can't be tracked, minute to minute. I mean, they depart and they have an expected arrival time, and they proceed along. Now, maybe they have a way of being tracked by radar for part of the trip, or maybe they have a way of reporting in by radio. But I guess it's not feasible that you find a total loss like this after a lengthy period of time. I mean, but there are a lot of places in the world where they fly a long way without talking to anybody.
There is one theory being floated out there, and that is that there could have been a structural problem with the plane. And the reason for this theory is that there was a directive which was put out by the air safety authorities which said that there is a problem with this plane in a particular area on the skin of the plane where the satellite antenna is situated. It's prone to tearing, and that could cause very slow decompression. If something like that happens, what actually goes on in the plane if there is a very slow rate of decompression?
Well, the crew will know very quickly. And if there starts to be decompression, they'll be flying lower and lower and lower because they obviously want the pressure differentials to be less. I mean, I think that's pretty unlikely. But I don't know what to say I think is likely. I mean, that's the problem.
Right, as I said, we're in the realm of speculation right now. And the other question is the range of the search area. I mean, it's a finite range, isn't it? Because this plane had only so much fuel, it can only go so far.
They had 5 or 6 more hours of fuel. That's a big range.
Right.
I mean, I think they could have gotten into somewhere, if they turned around and gone in the other direction, they would have been somewhere in Europe.
Oh, that far?
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, they just started to go from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. That's a pretty long haul.